What is up, guys? Frank the Tank here, back on another episode of MLB 16, the show. Today, we are jumping into our San Diego Padres franchise. Now, what we're going to do with the Padres franchise, we're going to rebuild it. We're going to take this team. They're struggling mightily due to some awful contracts that they have, um, a relatively weak minor league system. So, we got some issues that we got to take care of. And I think this is going to be fun. I know some of you, I'm sure some of you heard me talking about it, how much I love these uniforms. Like, look at those uniforms. I can't get over them. They have some of the coolest uniforms, them and the Diamondbacks this year. I'm surprised how many people don't like the Diamondbacks uniforms, but it may be just me. I love them. A couple of you guys in the comment section said that you like them too. But I think this is going to be a lot of fun. So forgive me if you hear some rustling papers. Or me messing around with some papers I've been going through, because when you do a rebuild like this, I like to have an idea of what I'm doing, so the first episode isn't like an hour long, because I've been sitting here. I'm recording this at 8:45 Eastern time right now, April 20th, and I've been sitting here since about 6 o'clock, 6:30, messing with this. And I've been, eating in between and watching TV and stuff, but just trying to get an idea of what we're going to do. So here's what we're going to try to accomplish in the first episode. We're going to take a look at our team, the way our team sits right now. We're going to look at some of the trade candidates. We're going to trade some of the older guys. We're going to trade some of the high contract guys, clear up some money. We're going to take a look at some of our top prospects, see who is where, and we're going to look at some of the free agents. See if there's anybody we can sign. We probably have to get rid of a couple guys. See if there's anybody we can sign that's relatively young. We're trying to stay with guys 25 and under to build with. That being said, we do have to have a couple veteran pieces around, give us some depth as far as getting those young guys time to, blossom a little bit. We don't want to throw them right into the fire. And so that's one of the things we are going to accomplish in this episode. A couple things there. I also have a few players that I'm targeting in trades. And, with a rebuilding franchise, it's not going to be super. We're not going to be like sticklers for realism like we are with the Pirates. Our Cubs franchise is pretty realistic, with the exception of our two free agent signings, which really wasn't that bad. Greg Holland and Everett Cabrera. Wouldn't be unheard of. So anyway, we're going to take a look here. We'll start with the starting pitchers. Tyson Ross, 28 years old. Okay contract. We only have him for one more year at $3.6 million. B potential 87 overall. Really nice guy. He's going to be one of the top pieces in our rotation. James Shield, 34 years old. B potential. I love him, but this contract is bad. Has him locked up for the next 4 years. This year and 3 more at $18.7 million. He's 34 years old. He is somebody who is going to be traded. Andrew Kashner right here. We only have him for one more year, but he's only at $2.7 million, so that's not bad at all. B potential, 29 years old. Really good velocity, decent break. 86 stamina is going to get him to the 7th, 8th inning routinely. We're going to keep him around. Drew Pomeranz, young lefty, B potential. He has pretty good stuff. Not too sure about him yet. Robbie Erlin is another one. C potential, 76 overall. Very team-friendly contract, $630K. Also, Colin Ray, he actually started last night against the Pirates in real life. C potential, he is only 25. Less than a year service time in the bigs. 1 year left on this contract, but he should be a piece that we can definitely keep around. Probably not enough trade value to really do anything. Bullpen, nothing really to mess with. Kevin Quackenbush, 27 years old. Carlos Villanueva, 32, so not too old. Matt Thornton is a piece that we probably don't have much use for. 39 years old. He's an A potential, but a lot of those older relievers are. And he's costing us $2 million. Not really necessary to keep him around. Brandon Mayer. I'm sorry, I do not know how to pronounce that. I know I've heard it before, I just can't think of it right now. Brad Hand, he was just picked up on waivers from the Marlins. These are the Operation Sports Forums roster. He looks black there. I don't know. I don't think he's black, but Oh well. Ryan Buchter here. Butcher, sorry, I don't know how to pronounce that. He's 64 overall, and he's a D potential, so not too sure about that. Fernando Rodney, good closer, but he's $2.8 million. Definitely past his prime, 39 years old, since we probably are not going to compete for a playoff spot this year. He is a guy that we might seek some trade options for. Now, getting into our lineup, Derek Norris, pretty solid catcher. Contact versus lefty is really, really good. 63 power versus lefty is good as well. Fielding is okay, nothing really in the speed column. But he's a good catcher. He's solid, 27, not too bad. Austin Hedges, probably our catcher of the future. He's 23 years old, B potential. He will continue to develop for us. One reason we're keeping Norris around is because we don't want to rush Hedges up. Really good fielding, 80 fielding, 77 arm strength, 79 blocking, 57 speed, which is pretty dang good for a catcher. Low contact, okay power. Those numbers will come up as he develops a little more. Christian Bethancourt, he was out of the Braves organization. Not quite sure which deal sent him to the Padres. I'm sure if I thought about it enough, I'd come up with it. Decent contact, power's a little low, but he has nice fielding. 40 speed isn't bad. He is going to be our backup at the major league level. So we're going to hang on to Norris and Bethancourt. First base, Will Myers. Excuse me, guys. Will Myers, somebody that we are going to, he's going to be one of the main pieces of our team. We're going to build our squad around him at that first base spot. What's nice about him, too, is he could play all three outfield positions. If you guys didn't know, Will Myers came up with the Royals as a catcher. He was traded to Tampa Bay in the Wade Davis, James Shields deal. Played there for a little bit and moved on to San Diego. So he has really good contact, decent power, okay fielding stats, 78 clutch is nice. 69 speed, which is pretty good for a guy that's going to put some pop in the middle of our lineup. Only 25 years old. Brett Wallace, this guy's a beast against righties. 83 power against righties, 63 contact. Pretty happy with that. Fielding is okay. Going to be a bench guy. James Loney, we really have no use for him, so we will probably trade him. Second base, Corey Spangenberg. See potential, 25 years old. Really good contact. Fielding is decent. We're probably going to start him at second base. Jamal Weeks, we have him down in AAA. We're going to see him develop a little more. Adam Rosales, 32 years old. This guy's a pretty scrappy player. In real life against the Pirates last night, he almost hit one over the that building that's in left field. I think it's Western Metal Supply Company. He took a 97-mile-per-hour fastball and put it off the top of the building. But this guy's very versatile. One of the reasons we're going to keep him on the club. He's a second baseman. He can play first, third, and short, so he can play every position in the infield with the exception of pitcher and catcher. And if I'm not mistaken, he did pitch an inning in one of the last couple years. Third base, right now, it's Yangervis Solarte. Really good contact numbers, decent power numbers, 90 plate vision, 93 durability. Really nice. He's a switch hitter. And look at all those positions. Third base, first base, second base, shortstop, left field, and right field. That's really what we're looking for in players. When I was messing around, I saw some really nice trade offers for him. But I did not see all those positions, so I'm pretty sure we're going to stick with him for now. Shortstop, Alexi Ramirez. I really like him. I do well with him in video games. But it's just not realistic to keep him around since we're rebuilding. 68-74 is good contact, great plate vision, fantastic fielding. Look at the contract. We got him next 2 years for $8 million. It's very unrealistic. Alexi Amarista, B potential. He's put about 4 years in major league level. Okay contact, really not much power. 77 speed is nice. Fielding is, serviceable. So we're going to start him to begin the year if we don't make any other moves. Oh my gosh, Melvin Upton Jr., the artist formerly known as BJ Upton, is a train wreck. 31 years old, D potential, $14.5 million due for the next 2 years. He is gone faster than you can comment gone on this video. We're going to get rid of him. John J. D potential, he's 31, doesn't really have too long of a future with us, but he's one of those guys we might just keep around. Manuel Margot is our top prospect. He's a center fielder. They got him in the Red Sox trade for Craig Kimbrell, the closer, so he's an A potential. 66 overall, so it'll be a while before you see him up here if nobody blows our socks off while we're looking at trades. Travis Janikowski is another one. He is currently up with the big league club, but I'm going to probably start him in AAA. B potential, 88 speed, that's very nice. Good durability, decent fielding, great contact. Power isn't really there. Could play all three outfield positions, and he is a little over $500,000. Now this is my biggest conflict with this. We have Matt Kemp here, 31 years old, 83 overall, B potential, $18.5 million for the next 4 years, and it goes up as high as about 21.5. This is where I'm going to ask you guys for help on this. I really like playing with Kemp. I crush it with Kemp. I do so well, 70 and 75 contact. The power's great. Durability's great. Fielding's okay. Okay arm strength. 68 speed is nice. All three outfield positions. And he's only 31. I say only 31 because it seems like he's been around a lot longer than that. So let me know what you guys think about him. Let me know if you want to see him. Right now, I'm leaning towards keeping him. But I want you guys to let me know in the comment section. I'll make a comment asking if we should keep it. If we get a decent amount of thumbs up, we will. Thumbs down on the comment if you want me to trade him. So we'll see. Jabari Blash, I love this guy's name, Jabari Blash. He's from the U.S. Virgin Islands. They were talking about him on the Pirates game last night. Decent contact, nice power that's only going to develop higher. Very, team-friendly contract. All three of his minor league options left. He will start the year with the club, even though he doesn't have any MLB service time. Hunter Renfroe, one of our top prospects. I believe he's our third prospect. Or out of the top 10 prospects we have, according to, I think it's Baseball America that I looked at for that. So our top prospect here is Manuel Margot. Our second prospect is Javier Guerra. Excuse me if I'm pronouncing these wrong. He's a shortstop. B potential. Again, we'll let him, simmer up through the minors. And, hopefully we see some of him not too long from now. So that's one of the things I want to accomplish. Going over some of the guys on the roster, some guys we want to trade. And we're going to start with a smaller trade. We're going to go to the trade screen over here. We're going to go to our closer, Fernando Rodney. And when I was looking at offers earlier, there was one in particular that surprised me. It came from the Pittsburgh Pirates. And they offered us third baseman Ke'Bryan Hayes for Fernando Rodney. Ke'Bryan Hayes is one of the Pirates, probably top 10 prospect in the Pirates system. 19 years old, B potential. He's only 51 overall, but, of course, he's going to be in probably AA for us if I had to guess. Maybe even a little lower than that, but he's 19. He has a lot of time to come up. So we're going to go ahead and complete this trade. So we're going to send Fernando Rodney to the Pittsburgh Pirates for third baseman Ke'Bryan Hayes. A prospect that's going to clear us about $2.8 million, which I think is a nice deal for us. So next, we're going to throw Mr. James Loney on the block. And what we're going to do here is we're going to go over the Houston Astros. They made some nice offers for James Loney when we were simming through some trade situations. And I landed on a deal, if I can find these guys, because I wrote the names, but I didn't write the positions. And, there's a lot more that goes into these franchise videos than just sitting here monkeying around with the team. Derek Fisher, one of the prospects, 22 years old, B potential, nice speed, nice contact, 53 overall. So he's a younger guy. And I would love to find this other guy. Note to self, write the position down next to the player. I believe it's Tommy Shirley, starting pitcher. He is 27. He has a C potential. Gives us some depth. 62 overall, so he might be able to come up a little sooner than others. So we're going to go ahead and complete this trade. This is going to give us about $2.4 or $2.3 million clear, which is nice because we're going to need that money coming up in the off season when we need to sign some free agents and we get some bigger guys that maybe we don't want to trade the prospects for, but with the young talent that we put on the field and the solid core that we're going to build around young guys, maybe we can coax some of these higher end free agents in the next year or two. And by the way, guys, a lot of the rebuilds I watch on YouTube, people just do this. I'm going to play games with this team. It might not be as frequently as the other franchises, but we're going to do a lot of gameplay with this team. So stay tuned for that. But the next deal that we are going to make is going to involve Justin Upton. Oh, I'm sorry, Justin Upton. Melvin Upton Jr. I'm watching the Tigers-Royals game right now, and Justin Upton's at bat, so a little slip of the tongue there. But that's going to be Melvin Upton Jr., the artist formerly known as BJ Upton. I changed my name to Melvin if it was BJ too. But I was telling my friend he probably changed his name to Melvin because nobody wanted to sign BJ Upton. So he's probably thinking he could trick him a little bit. But it didn't stop him from getting $14 million, which I don't understand how that contract came to be. I'm trying to remember if it's a real contract or not, or if it's just something that got into the game like that, an error. I don't know, but that's pretty ridiculous. Austin Smith, he is currently listed as our number 7 prospect. It sucks, but to get this deal done, we have to include him in the trade. As much as I really, really don't want to, it has to be. We have to get rid of this $14.5 million. And, it's just one of the tough decisions we got to make. But don't get me wrong, guys. I'm making sure that we are getting our money's worth in this deal. We're going to jump over to our friends in Los Angeles. Not too far away. And I am looking. We're going to take Yadier Alvarez, a 19-year-old B potential starting pitcher, currently the number 11 prospect in the Dodgers system, according to MLB.com. Next, we are going to grab Yasiel Sierra. He is a Cuban defector that signed with the Dodgers in February. Nice contract on this guy. 6-year deal. It maxes out at $5.6 million. And look at his stamina too. He's listed as a relief pitcher, but we could put him in the minors, and I think we can stretch out his stamina a little bit. And this could be an absolute steal if we can get him into a starting pitcher. Or who knows, he could be the closer of the future. And also we're going to stumble on over here and grab Micah Johnson. He came to the Dodgers from the White Sox in the 3-team trade that sent Todd Frazier of the Reds to Chicago. Not quite sure all the details of that trade, but he's C potential, 25 overall. Nice fielding, nice speed. The hitting will come as we develop him a little bit. But this is going to clear 14. After we take the salaries of these guys, we're going to clear about $8 million. We'll take it. That's a lot of money to clear. And Melvin Upton stinks. So we're going to get him out of there. And we're going to complete that trade. Very, very happy with that trade. Micah Johnson's the number 8 prospect in the Dodgers system. Alvarez is number 11. Plus, we get that Cuban pitcher with a really, really nice contract. That's a win-win for us because, the Dodgers need another outfielder to make a run, and they get themselves a nice young starting pitcher in Austin Smith. So we're going to do 2 more trades here. 2 of the bigger trades. We're getting on about 18 minutes in this video. A little longer than I wanted it to be, but the introduction videos are always longer because I like to lay out what I'm doing. So James Shields, $18.7 million, 34 years old. He's got to go, guys. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I'm sorry to any Padres/James Shields fans, but it stings a little for me because I really like James Shields. But to get this done, we have to take Scott Feldman from the Astros. Now, Scott Feldman is 33 years old. He has a $10.7 million contract. I'm going to do my best to try to flip Feldman to somebody else too. Maybe a contender who needs a veteran starting pitcher. He's a good pitcher. Look at those 5 pitches. A cutter, a sinker, a four-seam, a curveball, and a changeup. That's really nice for somebody who's a contender. Not for us because we're trying to rebuild. But, this is going to help us clear $8 million. And we're going to get some good prospects. We're going to take Luis Valbuena, who is not really a prospect. He's 30 years old, which isn't too bad. But very good numbers. He can hold a spot for us. He could play first, second, or third. He's gonna do pretty well for us. He's gonna be a nice veteran presence on the team until some of these younger guys are ready to come up. And you can never have enough infield depth because if we can put together a championship team in 3 years, he's only going to be 33 and he's still going to have a lot of pop left. So that's nice to have. And the big piece of this trade for us is AJ Reed. Now, AJ Reed is one of the top prospects in the Astros system. Those hitting numbers are great already. The guy's 22, B potential, decent fielder. You know, he's going to be serviceable enough. Left-handed bat, power bat, 6'4", 265. This is a really good deal for us. So we are going to clear about $6 million and even more than that when we get rid of Feldman. But that is a deal that's going to go through. Now, I hope you guys are still watching this video because those are good trades. In my eyes, those are good trades. Let me know what you guys think about them. I do appreciate all feedback. But this is going to be the Blockbuster. We are going to deal Drew Pomeranz, left-handed starting pitcher, B potential. It's tough to let him go. He's going to be good, but we're also going to deal Alexi Ramirez, good shortstop, but he's 32 years old, guys. He doesn't fit into our plans. He doesn't fit into our future. He costs $8 million this year. And then a little bit of a shock here, but we're going to deal Manuel Margot, our top prospect, 21 years old, A potential, top 50 prospect in baseball. And you guys are probably thinking, you know, Frank the Tank, what's your problem? You're getting rid of some good players here. You're getting rid of, you know, a guy who's going to be third in your rotation. You're getting rid of your starting shortstop. You're trading your top prospect. You guys know that I wouldn't do this deal if I didn't think I was worth it. We're going to mosey on over to one of our friends in the NL East. It's going to be the New York Mets. And we are going to get Thor himself, Noah Syndergaard, 99 velocity, 76 break, 90 stamina. We have 4 different pitches: four-seam fastball, sinker, curveball, circle change. This guy is a stud, an absolute monster. He's going to be our ace. He's going to be the piece that we build this team around. 23 years old, Noah Syndergaard, come on down. Newest member of the San Diego Padres. Guys, let me know what you think about these deals. I am so friggin' excited to get this team started. I just read a comment and responded to one of my subscribers on the Pirates franchise. His name's Brandon. Shout out to you, Brandon. I appreciate the support on the videos. He mentioned that I have a lot of different franchises going, plus Diamond Dynasty. Said, you know, it was a nice comment. He said he doesn't want me to wear myself thin. No worries, guys. You know, I really enjoy doing this. The channel is blowing up. You guys are doing great with all the support. I really enjoy this game. I really enjoy making these videos. I would rather put too much stuff out there than not enough. I'd rather have you guys have to choose between videos than to not have any videos to watch at all. So shout out to you, Brandon. I appreciate the comment. You know, said it very respectfully, and I do appreciate that. I love interacting with you guys. So like this video if you enjoyed, subscribe if you are new. Let me know about these trades. 23 minutes right now I'm looking at on the Elgato thing. If you've watched this video to this point, I want you to type Noah Rules with an exclamation point in the comment section. If you do that, I will know that you watched this video the whole way through. And in my next giveaway, which is going to be in about a week or two, you will get an extra entry into the giveaway, whatever I'm going to give away. So if you type Noah Rules exclamation point, and you could comment whatever else you want to, just don't comment about the giveaway so nobody else sees unless they watch this video. And that's a little incentive, just my appreciation to you guys for sticking around through this video. So like it if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new. Take a look out for gameplay coming soon. And like always, I will